What's going on, people? So, obviously, well, maybe not so obviously. Can you see what the side of that says? If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. But I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and the title, so you know what's in the box anyway, right? So, for those of you who don't know, who didn't see any of that, this is going to be a Super Shredder figure from NECA. So, maybe you saw the video I did. Was it last week? I feel like it wasn't that long ago, so maybe it was last week with Tokka and Rahzar, right? If you didn't, it's still out there. You can still watch it. But anyways, they did pre-orders for both of these around the same time, and somehow they actually shipped around the same time. Usually when you do big pre-orders like that, like when you partake in them, the things don't really ship when you expect them to, but these guys, they pulled it off. So here we are. Now, same thing as before, you got this big bubble wrap thing that they put these in. So, and an extra little piece in there to make up for the extra spacing. So, if you ever happen to make a pre-order from NECA, just know that you're going to have your figures taken care of. So that's good, especially again for the price. Now this one wasn't as expensive as the last 2-pack because it's only the one figure, I guess. That would make sense. But the shipping was still kind of terrible because I want to say this was like a $30 figure with $15 shipping. So kind of sucks, right? But hey, here it is. So here's a little close up for you. See the front of the box. Got the Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze thing. Then we flip this around, and then there's the back of the box with whatever is on the back of the box. So let's go ahead and jump on into this, shall we? See where this tape is. Now this one, it has been out for a little bit because they did an initial sale in August, I want to say. Yeah, because it was while I was in Tennessee. So they did an initial sale then. And then it was also a Target exclusive. So check your Targets. It might still be sitting around in some places. And then later they did a pre-order because they were going to make more. And they just kind of needed an idea of how many more to make. So here we are. And now that slipped out pretty easily. Good. This should be locked in here pretty securely. So there's that, right? And I'm not going to get too deep into taking this figure out just yet because I need to talk about it. But then by the time you actually see this, there will be pictures and pictures and all that stuff in the video showing you what I see. So we're going to take it from the top. So starting with the dude's head, right? You have the standard metal style thing that he had on in the movie. Slightly different, obviously, if you're more familiar with the cartoon. But hey, you know, creative freedom or something. So there's that for you. And he's got some crazy eyes going on in there. Almost reminds me of like Kane from like the older era. But anyway, so overall, it's the standard Super Shredder head that you would expect. Moving down, you've got the you got the shoulder pads with all the spikes coming out and everything like that. Detail on this is looking really good so far. And then further down past that, of course, you've got him all roided out or whatever with all the muscles everywhere. Got a little bit of coloring in there just to kind of give it some flair, if you will. And then same thing kind of finishing out the rest of the body anyway, moving down like to the legs and stuff. But then down here on the arms, around the wrist area, you do have that same great style shredder crap going on. Whatever you call that. I don't know if there's a real word for those things. I'm not sure that they really exist. Maybe they do. And then you've got that same style going on down there around the ankles as well. Just a little bit bigger, a little bit deadlier, because why wouldn't it be? And then he's got those fancy shoes that do not look comfortable whatsoever. But hey, they work for him. And that's what matters. And of course, you've got this weapon that he carries around, whatever that thing is. I also don't know the name of that either. And as is standard with a lot of these NECA figures, you do have a bunch of extra hands in there in case you want to give them a little bit of a different look. And you can't have the Super Shredder without the mutagen in the upper corner there either. And also, flipping this guy around so you can see, he's got a pretty nice cape. It's a lot softer than one might think for an action figure cape. And it's got a nice little shine to it if you hit the light in the right angle or whatever. And then, of course, I'll get you some shots of the back, which I can't see right now because it's still in the box. But you will be seeing pictures and all that, showing you all that good stuff. And then, of course, if there's any articulation in there worth covering, I'll slip some pictures in there. If necessary, might slip a video or two in there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so basically articulation wise, the head, there's a lot of motion going on in there, which is pretty good. Very loose, easy to move all around. Unlike what's going on down in here with the arms. So you see there is the joint down there, a little bit of extension, not a whole lot. Double joints here in the elbow area, which is the same thing that you're going to have down here on the back of the knees and everything. It's just that they're very stiff, and I'm not trying to break this thing, so I'm not moving it around too much, which you'll notice in the pictures, not a whole lot of difference in the positions. And then of course down in here you have the torso, which is pretty good, pretty loose as well. But yeah, so overall, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's not anything amazing. Though, you know, I mean, he probably didn't really move a whole lot in the movie anyway. So what can you do, right? I guess in that way, it's accurate. But overall, what I can say, without taking this thing all out of the box and all that stuff just yet, is that I am totally cool with the way this came out. I think the price was good as far as the $30 thing. The shipping, I've already said my piece on that, but I'll recap. Didn't like it. But again, check your targets though, because this was also a Target exclusive, right? In addition to the NECA store. So if you're looking for one, you might possibly be able to find one. Or you might find some of their other stuff. They just put out the Krang, and I think Rat King and Vernon is coming out soon as well. And something else. Was it Splinter? I don't know. Baxter? I don't know. Either way, they generally do Target for their exclusives in addition to their store. So go to Target if you have one near you. And if you have one near you and you see something that looks cool, let me know because I might want it. But for now, I think we're just going to go ahead and get this thing wrapped up and whatnot. So for me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I have 2 more reviews to shoot right after this one. So it's going to be a busy little Saturday now, isn't it? All right. Later, people.